Hey guys, how's it going? April 26th, 2021. And we'll get ourselves underway here. Already did a little bit of testing earlier tonight just to see how things are looking, and I'm liking how they're looking. So, not this. That's a nice shot too. But now let's get into the simulator. Let's get down to it. I originally split this up. What I did was, just for comparison's sake, I went with four of the splits combined with the one I had just to see if it looked any different, and I couldn't tell the difference, so I just said forget it. Let's just go with it makes it much easier to try. I was playing around with formulas. I was doing all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, okay, that's going to take me forever, especially when some of the ambition I have is huge. I'm already looking at, I've hidden the engine of the boxcar, but I've already started getting into one thing I didn't do was rotate it. Or have I rotated it? That's a good question. Now I'm curious. Did I ever rotate the damn thing? Because that's not the way it's supposed to look. Oh, hello. Okay. Let's rotate that. Something's weird there. I just noticed that, and I was just like, that don't look right. It's looking the different way. And I'm not too sure if it was because these split up differently or changed differently. I don't know. Let me just take a look at this for a second. So something just caught my eye, and I realized that. I was like, no, that ain't right. Blah, 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 blah. Let me just play this for a second, because I think this'll flip upside down, if I'm not mistaken. Will this flip the right way? Yeah, it did. Okay. I'm looking at it the wrong way. I was going to say, I'm looking at it upside down. I was like, what the hell's going on? So I must have went into it and... Okay, enough of this. Let's go. Okay, so I'm looking the wrong way. Yeah. Hello? Thank you. Alright, let's get this thing moving here. I don't know which way it was looking or whatever. I'll deal with that shortly. Okay. So, thought I was moving it for a minute. So we got all these images. This is 292. I had the original splits in there, but it just, I had one parent and three child things following their little mama all over the place. I was just like, no, forget it. I don't want that. I want to simplify my life. So, I mean, just for sake of, let's just want to see how much detail I can go into without it giving me a hard time. I think that's the question, is how far do I want to go into detail? Let's just try something for a minute. try something real quick. And I'm going to do it at the lower level. Just to compare. Actually, you know something? Let me bring up. I want to do the bridge because that'll give me at least one track to look at. Ah, crap. This is making me rethink this all of a sudden. I just saw something. I was just like, maybe not. All right, I think I'm okay there. All right, I'm going to change this, the properties on this particular one back to. Okay, so we'll go back to 8, 4.5. We'll move this real close. Then we'll take 292.1, plop that in there instead. Okay. This will be the moment of truth right here. If what I just saw is true, is the detail any better, or is it just my imagination? I don't know, my eyes are having a hard time telling. Perhaps I should put the tracks side by side and then we'll find out. Because then I can look at the ties and compare that as opposed to the entire image. So we'll do that instead. This will give me some practice with getting everything in line anyways. So alright, let's take a look at this here. Yeah. So this is why it compresses it, huh? I don't know. I'm real curious about that one. So because it's smaller, it does it. The question is, if I was to go into full screen like I have been, do I need to get any closer? By the sounds of it, my son was saying no. Like this looks really good. Because this is actual size. And then see, this is compressing. Actually, let me flip this. I'm going to flip this one time here. Oh Jesus. 180, 258.5, I think it is. Okay, now we'll just move this down here. So this is why I split it to begin with, and then I started thinking, well, maybe it didn't, and my first look was, oh yeah, it looks the same. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, no, it doesn't. Actually, let me move that down more. Let's see this just a bit more. Okay. Okay, now we can do our comparisons, relatively speaking. Oh, geez, yeah. It's night and day. I mean, it's not bad. The question is, do I need it any closer than that, though? So I just want to try a few things. Just experimenting out of that, I'm going to go into the main camera. I'm going to bring it down to 30. It's a horrible location, but I want to play that. Not the best location, so if I was to put it to 60, is it as visible as 60? And do I need to be any closer than that? So at this point, okay. I saw the shadows pop up there. I like that. So what it goes back to is it goes back to my image size. And for some reason it compresses, no matter what I do, it actually compresses it when I bring it down further. And I'm not too sure if I have to bring it up further or what. Ugh. Of course, I always start these YouTube videos and then all of a sudden I find something. It's like, ah. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Okay. So let me check something here for a minute. I forget where it says. Okay. So in this way, it says over there it says compressed. RGB compressed. But that one it says compressed too. 2048 by 1024. They're all compressed. But the 2048 by 1024. I mean, it's still compressed either way. You look at it. When I'm looking at the image quality, like for example, if I'm looking at how far I can get this into an actual image, I mean, that is about as good as it gets, but it compresses it. It always seems to compress it regardless of what I do. And the question is, should I worry about it? Because I'm going to be having a lot of maps on these. I mean, this looks absolutely brilliant. I can't get that quality no matter what it is I'm looking at. As much as I thought I did, no, I do not have quality that good. Which kind of sucks because I like that quality. This is the kind of quality I want to have while you're going through the scenes. I want to be able to see that. So what is it? Is it about 1:4? I think it is. Yeah, it's about 1/4. Which is exactly what I was looking for, and I didn't quite get it anyways. So I still don't have that at full screen. Let me take a good look one more time. I mean, I could do it and split them up again. Or I can put them together. It's almost like I don't want to rush this one spot because I feel as though there's something here. And I've got all these other images to bring along. So what I was originally going to do with this tonight was I was about to go and start bringing these babies in. The problem with splitting them is you have to have them exactly, together, basically. I mean, not really, but... Oh, decisions. Never fails. As soon as I want to take you in behind something and show you some stuff, all of a sudden I come up to another wall and I'm just like, wait a minute. So what do you guys think as far as the compression? I'm curious about this one. I really want the best quality. I really do. And if it can run the best quality and it looks like as photorealistic as I can get it, then I want to do it. I don't want to fall short of that, and that's the thing that's irking me about this. But to do this, it's going to take a little bit more. So let's go with a little bit more for a minute. And it's not going to be perfect, but it's still going to be a little bit more. I want to go ahead and split it up the way I had it. So I'll show you what I was doing. First, I'm gonna try doing some vision tests here. Just to I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna take a look at it. I should have took a look at the build too because I would have known right away. Then basically at that point I would have known by looking at it. I might even try playing around with the camera a little bit. But maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Is I'm gonna play with the quality. We're gonna do some quality tests and see how well we can get it, as close as we can, and is it worth the effort? because if it's worth the effort, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I mean, these files they're all saying that's the same size. I could split it up even further. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could. I kid you not. And that's almost tempting in itself. So maybe I can play around that way. We got half an hour. Let's try it. So let's just do a test here and see how far we can take this. And if I can split it up in such a way that it's not a big deal, then perhaps I'm going to do it. First of all, it's very difficult when it's on an angle. I got a weird feeling with the coordinates and everything like that. It's much easier to bring it on a particular plane to get it all together. At least that's what I think. But let me just go in and play it for a minute. I don't know where I'm at. Oh no, I don't want that. Shoot. I gotta change the camera location. Let me go right back out of this. Before the last save. In fact, that's it. And I'll unhide the engine and the camera. Or not the engine, the engine in the boxcar. Let me unhide that. See, to me, that kind of quality, that's the older track. So when you're looking at the main line, there's where it starts compressing. Do I need to be that close? No. Would I like to be that close? Absolutely. As far as I can tell, it's not compressed at that point. I thought I took that out. Oh, okay. I guess I have to save it. I'll save that. Let me go ahead and play that now. Guess I still haven't taken it out. I guess it doesn't matter if I have it unhidden. That doesn't matter. I'll keep it in there for now. In fact, let me get rid of these. I don't need these right now. Okay, let me do a build. So we're not joining it all together tonight. We're playing with quality. We'll do some quality tests. I tried, guys. Tomorrow. Okay, that looks good. I like it. From this level, it doesn't matter if I'm 4 or 1. It seems to look pretty good to me. Okay. I need to put a I need to put something in my code that I can get out of the build. I haven't done that yet because I'm always doing this task manager. It's not a big deal. I mean, I can do it for now. It's not the end of the world, but all right. So what I want to do, let's check the chat for a second here. What drone did you use to get those photos? It's 120 meters above. It's a Mavic Mini 1, not the 2. So I'm at the 120 meter limit that you're supposed to be at those drones. Actually 122, but I usually fly at 120. So I go as high as I can to get as much detail, and I'll show you the raw image here. So that's the full image, but in actual, what the actual image looks like is that. So this is from 120 meters up in the air from the track level. So you get a lot of good detail on the various pieces of the yard. I like this view level, and I don't need to go any deeper than that. Number one, it starts compressing if I do. It seems to want to compress anyways, but it's about as good as it gets. Now I can split it. I can split it into as many pieces as I need to get it to look that good. But what I want to do now is I want to take the view that I have. This file is starting to get really large with notes because I'm doing a lot of experimenting. Okay, let's go back into the scene view. So what happens here is, in order to get that particular a better view, I have to have a main one and 3 childs following it. So they basically follow each other. So this is all grouped together. So they're all within relative location to the master. What I wanted to do tonight was, I thought, oh, okay, because I had the scale wrong the other night, so I adjusted that, and I have the scale down to 8 and 4.5. I thought that was the reason. I thought maybe this is why it's compressing. It really doesn't have anything to do with the scale. It's how it's taking the images in. Now, I thought I upped the image, but for some reason, despite that, Unity compresses it anyways, so which is okay to a certain level. I don't mind it compressing at a certain level. I still want to get the best image possible. Like, I don't need to see every little rock from view watching operating the simulator. It's not about the beautiful looking scenery, but I do want to take advantage of this as much as possible. So let's get the camera data down here, so that I have man, I need a better limiting map size. Okay, we've already done that. Okay, so normal camera settings. position 20014, 20014.5, comma 120, comma 8045.5, rotation 90, comma 101.5, comma 0, and scales all at 1. Oops. What happens when I scale it? I never thought of that. Instead of playing around with the actual camera, I'm just curious about something now. No, that doesn't do anything. Okay. So when I bring it down to, say, 60, question is that as good as it's going to get? At 60. Because if I can get it to 260, then I may not have to go any further down. Let me build it at 60. Actually, I'll save it at 60. And I'll go ahead and build this. Build and run. So it's going to run me smack dab in the middle, but that's okay. All right. Looks pretty good. Let me see if I can replicate that. I'm going to close this for now, just to get rid of some of the clutter. I don't want to close that. Everything else I want open. Okay, so I have the first 4 tracks at 60. Okay, I gotta go further. I gotta go a little further. Go a little further in and see what it looks like. Up. Yep. And that task. Do I want to bring it down to 30? Okay. Hello? Main camera. Okay, let's try 30 first. Not a big fan of that view, but that's okay. I'll try 30 and see where we're at now. Oh wow. I don't know if we get that good. No, I'm gonna do 40. Let's see 40 then. So we'll play that. Let's change it up to 40. Gives me a little bit more to play with. And think I'm already too far in. Okay, so I got 1 track and 2. Yeah, I'm too far in. Let's bring it back up to 50. I'm just trying to get as much of the detail that I would want to get from that level. Okay, stop that. Let's try 50. I think that's the sweet spot right there. It's not quite. Oh, I'll try 60 one more time. Oh, wait a minute, wait. I gotta save this, or else it doesn't take into play. Oh no, maybe I'm wrong. Is it 55? Like, what the hell? Okay, I'm confused. Oh no, I gotta go down. Hey. Save that. You gotta zoom further down if you want to get further down. Okay, that's 2 and 3. If I look at this... Oh, I see. Okay, so now I'm too far down. And 50 was too much. So I probably have to go 45, I think. Probably 45. That's my guess. No, that's pretty much it, and I can already see the difference. Mind you, it's dark, but still, I can definitely see the difference. Okay, knock that off. Let me build it. Three tracks on the bottom and then the other. Pretty close. Alright. There's not much of a difference, but there's a little bit of one. The question is, can I get it to go one more if I split it up into 8? Or maybe, do I want to do 6? No. It's got, the size of it, I have to do it in... I would imagine I have to do it in... It's better to do it in 8, I think. Not much of a difference, but so what am I at for? Ugh. I brought it down. This is when I split it. It went down to 4.5. If I split it, if I split it into 8, that would bring it down to a 2x4. So now I wonder. So in order to do that, I would take the so I go find online image splitter. It's not the same one that I was using. Okay, so what was the image that I was, how to split the image? So both. I don't like this one. I like the one I was using before. Can I find it? I can't. I'm not going to remember what the hell it is. Resize, convert, crop your images online. Image splitter, cut images into pieces. Free outline tool. I don't like that one either. I had one that was good. Cut photos into equal parts. Too much crap in it. It was really simple too. I liked it. All right, what kind of image is this anyways? This is a Of course, I'm never gonna find it again. I go JPG splitter. See if that does it. Ah, that's the one. Yay! Okay. So let's try and do it this way. We'll take 292 again. Plop it into there. Yeah, I agree with their little terms. It's both, so... That seems like too many. I gotta do it in equal parts. So do I really want to... How bad do I really want to do this? 1, 2... That'd bring it down to 16. See, because if I don't keep it equal, both grid, both. If I do it into 3 parts, that is... That's now a square, as opposed to a rectangle. Okay, well, just for you know what, let me actually hold on a second. Let me change the file that I send over here. I want to try doing this in another one nearby. So instead of overwriting files and all that other crap, let me go ahead and I'm going to bring 293 over instead. Let me get rid of that. So yeah, we're really going to town here. All right. Okay, you. So we'll get rid of that. Oh, I know. I got so much in my history, though, so... Are you using just individual photos, or are you planning to create an ortho to correct the perspective distortion? I'm not exactly sure what that means. But I can't use the original photos. I have to bring it into Unity. But the problem is it compresses. However, if it compresses at a certain point, I'm okay with it, because I'll never get down to that level, if that makes sense. So what I did here was I tried to keep it rectangular. I had it in 4 pieces in the last image, and I could still see a little bit of the difference. So now I'm going to go ahead with like I wanted to go with what was it? Actually, I wanted it in 8. Shoot. Hang on a second. I might have screwed this one up. What? Why? It was already rectangular. It wouldn't have mattered. Oh, that was dumb. Let's try this again. Split a document. Let me delete that file. Yeah, I don't need to go to... I don't think I need to have 12 images. That's a little bit overkill. It's 10:58 p.m. Jesus, Murphy. I get on a track and then all of a sudden it's just like something else. But I really want to do this, so hopefully I'll do this within the next 15 minutes. So now I gotta go into the history again. Or I'll just go JPEG. JPEG splitter. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do 3. So that, yeah, that's fine. So instead of a 2x2, now I'm doing, we're going to go up to 3x3 with a total of 9. Wait a minute. How easy is it going to be to divide this thing? Oh, okay, that's fine. That's perfect, actually. I think. I might losing my mind here. So the original was at 9 and 16. Yeah. Yeah, so I would have 3, 6, 9 one way. Yeah. So they become 3x4s. Okay, let's try that. Don't want to do that. Where was it? Right the first time. Okay, let's see how this looks here. We'll put 293. Bring that in. Let's start splitting that one. Did I miss something? Yep, there it goes. Okay. Download those. Okay, now I'll close it up. So we're going to do 4x3s now. And I want to get it so that it's nearby. But I'm going to go on my own. I'm going to go on my own plane this time. I'm going to go 3D object, blah, 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 blah. 3D object plane. So we're going to go by 4x3. $20,000 and 4 0 okay. I'm gonna rename this test plane. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm assigning these 8 children to the one parent. Now, so we got a 4x3. Can I see that again? 4x3. This part I don't understand. Is that how many? Is that how big it is? So I'm confused. When it goes 8, but for some reason I always have to put it to 10. Position ahead. And I'm not sure why. But it looks like it's on it. I mean, it's overlapping the grid a bit. I guess it's fine. Okay. That's what I couldn't. I saw that earlier and I was like, what the hell? Let me bring that minus 10. Okay. Minus 20. Yeah, that's 10 as well. Oh, because they're 10 by, yeah. Okay. And minus 20. Minus 20. Minus 20. I gotta do it this way or else my brain will get confused. Even though it shouldn't. It just does. Minus 10, 20, 30. Minus 10. Bleh. Minus 20. 30. Am I there yet? Minus 10. Yeah. Okay, I'm there yet. I am there yet. That sounds wonderful. Well, that don't look right. I haven't rotated it, that's why. Okay, God dang it. Okay, I gotta rotate this whole thing. Oh boy. Alright, so it's gonna be on the bloody bottom now. No! Wrong one. Z? No. Oh! I'm running out of options here. Okay. Well, now the question is, what's what? So, I've got all these downloaded things. Just take a look here. Let me see. If you create an orthospot, it corrects the perspective issue. You can see it on the underpass where you can see the far wall because the drone was to the right. Oh, I'm not worried about that. I know what you mean. If you create an orthospot, it corrects the perspective issue. You can see it on the underpass where you can see the far wall because the drone was to the right. Yeah. So you can see the left wall of the underpass but not the right. When the orthospot, all parts of the image appear as a top-down. So you take your individual photos, create a big ortho from them. Then I guess you can then use an image splitter and create the smaller. How do you do that then? Because here's the problem. I'm okay with it. I understand what you're saying, and this is something that really bothered me for a long time. The thing is, the camera is going to follow the engines, which are going to be modeled in 3D. Whether it's simple 3D or more complex, that remains to be seen. I'm not too worried about... I know I'm sounding like I'm worried about the images. I know what you're saying, because the top-down image is right here. So when you're looking at... I know exactly what you're saying. Let me put this back to normal size for a second. Yeah, like you said, you can see the one wall, but you can't see the other. The problem, at least from what I understand, and I've never figured this one out, is being able to take images at certain intervals, but be able to not only see that, but then all of a sudden see it above and then see it that way. So I know exactly what you're saying. I totally get this. Because the top down is only right here, and you'll never get it. Because I was trying so many different methods of doing it. Ideally, and this is like, I'm trying to think as far as how Google Earth does it. I don't know how they do it. They do it from satellite. They're much higher up, I guess, which that beats the hell out of me. Or they're able to splice so many images together. I honestly don't know how they do. Actually, they don't, because I've seen Google images where moving trains are fine. They're right where they're supposed to be. So, but I know what you mean, and that's something that somebody's going to have to tell me in the comments and show me where to go on this, because then I'll consider it. but I'm not sure at that point. But I know what you mean. There, the depth here is showing. The other one that happens is the angle of the trees. They start changing. Any elements that's on a top down, like the tree here, although it's looking that way for some reason, but I'm going to try to find an example here. Yeah, obviously you see that. So everything looks like it's off on an angle, but so do the cars as you're seeing them in 3D. I don't know why that one looks like that. It's just probably it's curved that way. But trees, I can't really see the difference. It's only that. In those cases, what I can do is create 3D objects eventually to compensate for that. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Because I can turn that by looking at this side into a 3D object. I mean, obviously this one looks fine. It's the other things. Light poles will become 3D objects. Of course, the cars and the engines will be 3D objects, whether simple or otherwise. They will be. The rails will be part of it. But I know what you're saying. But that's not what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to get more detail out of the actual resolution. Drone deploy. Okay, well I'm going to write that down. Or I'm going to note that, I should say. I'm not writing it. Let me try this here. Drone deploy. Okay. Okay, so drone deploy. It'll automate a large number of images. Okay, yeah, and process them. You can use your drone deploy to capture the images for free. So here's the problem. I have so many images. Then I get into an issue where, because the video size is always not the actual image size in frames, because it's calculated, rendered, etc., to compensate what has changed between one frame to the next. So I'm not too sure if drone deploy would just save a whole whack of images, or at some point, where do I draw the limit, is what I'm saying. But I know what you're saying on that. I'll look into it. You can use software like Drone Deploy. It will automate a large number of images and process them. You can then use Drone Deploy to capture the images for free. They changed to create the ortho, but you could use something like what to create the ortho for free. Okay. I'll look into that. Drone Deploy and Web ODM. Okay. I'll certainly take a look at those, and then we'll see. That's not what I'm going for right now. I'm going for the resolution. What happens is Unity compresses it, and I changed one of the settings so it wouldn't, but it still does it anyway. So I'm trying to get it so that it compresses at a point where I'm above as far as I want to go down. I don't even know if I want to even go this. This could be all for nothing, and just actually adding more to my workflow, because we're talking. Put it this way, right now I'm looking at an area, and I'm not talking about overall area, because the scene's only going to reflect an overhead view of the train in this area. I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to go wider. It's going to follow the trains, it's going to follow the cars, it's going to follow the conductors, etc. If the yard goes a little wider, yeah, then I'll have to add more planes to it. But this one here is a test that I'm going to put these images in. So create. Lost my mind again. It's getting too late. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm already past my 15 minutes, so let's see if I can do it in another 15. I gotta focus on this now. What am I looking for here? I'm in the wrong one. Images. Da 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 da. I did this earlier. Now why can't I do it? Or why am I not focused? Probably because I'm not tired. I don't feel tired. I had a nap earlier. Oh, I know why. Okay. Let's go into downloads for a second. Okay, so it looks like 1, 2, 3 is at the top, 4, 5, 6. Beats the hell to me. The other thing too is lining up everything because of the movement. Is going to be another problem. I wanted to do this. I wanted to bring this into a different folder. That's the problem. I wish I would remember which one it is. Ah. That's not what I want. Show and Explorer, that's the one I want. Thank you. Okay. I knew I was trying to do something. I just couldn't explain what I was trying to do. Okay, so we got the images in there. Oh, come on. I got another. Yeah, I was going to say I should have another. You can close that, and I'll try that again. Almost had it. Working. Working on what? What are we working on? Did it actually put it in there? Or am I out of room somewhere? Because that could be a possibility. No, there we're not. What about the E drive? No. Okay, what are you working on? No, it's already there. Quit saying you're working on it. There's nothing there. Okay. Back to business here. Let's get this going. So now I gotta go 293 and gotta be careful. At least it's in order, so that's good. $1024 by $512 now. Cool. No, that ain't right. Okay, so what did I do? So I went that way, 1, probably this, 2, 3, maybe. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay, so I want to get it down to... Oh, that's okay. I can bring rotation 090 main camera. I think I already took notes for the camera. Normal camera settings, yeah. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. So keep the 090s. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Oh, that's test plane. What's the camera at? Okay, so we're gonna go 90-90, I guess. $20,000, 8,300, 8,300. Okay, so I did screw it up. What did I screw up? I got 4:3 scale throughout, so what is going on? My main camera looks like it's 120. Oh, man. Okay, what am I losing here? Losing something. Oh, what did I screw up? Okay, let me see. So that was 8 by 4.5, which gives me 16 by 9. Now, that I screwed up. Ooh, 16 divided by 6, or 16 divided by 3. Now, let me just see here. I'm pretty sure I kind of got the idea what that's going to be. $15 1/3, yeah. 5.33333. Infinity. Oops. Okay. So 5.333. What did I say it was again? Well, at least that changes it for all of them. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at this. Why the hell does that look weird? Okay. Oh man. I'm looking at this and something just like totally Oh man. What did I do? Okay, something ain't right there. Okay, number one, the rotation is totally off. Oh man, it's not going up. It's not going good tonight. Okay, what's the rotation supposed to be? Okay, so let's go with what did I have an regular 90 for? What was I thinking? It's minus 90, you idiot. You should know that. Ah, crap. Didn't need me to do that. Do it on this one. Okay, now I think we're back to where we were before, but this time we'll get it right. Maybe. Maybe. not sure exactly where it's supposed to be exactly, but I'll fix that later. It's getting too late for this shit. Yeah, it's a lot brighter compared to the other one too. Okay. Power lines look right. Everything else looks right now. Now the question is, do I have the rotation right? I'm going to look this way for a minute. Actually, no. No, forget I said that. I already see a big difference there. So when you look at the track here, resolution's much better. Yes, it's compressed, but I can go down much further. Image color, I don't know what happened there, but I don't know. And that could be why it's brighter too. That's a strong possibility. But I wanted to do it on a different image just to see. Wow, that's really bright. I'll have to tone that down a bit. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you take. It was an overcast day, but man, that still looks bright. But who knows? And the other thing, test plane. Well, I haven't even checked the materials yet because they're probably not the same level. But anyways, I'm not going to worry about the materials. This is kind of just a test just to see where everything stands. I'm going to bring it down to, what do we agree to go with, 50? 45? I can't now, you idiot. Camera. Main camera. I'll bring it down to... No, get it right. Yeah, I think it was 90. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. It's so bright I can't tell. To me it looks better. No, doesn't look as good as that. Not gonna get it no matter how it just does not look as good as that. There's no way. And that's the thing. Is it worth going through all the trouble, or should I just put the images together? I may actually look into the compression again, because the way these are, the way it's set up for Unity, it's supposed to be used for like a surface or a surface of a 3D object. So getting it to look that good doesn't matter. You know, it's either going to look that good or it doesn't. And unfortunately, the image of the camera looks a hell of a lot better than what Unity is setting it up as. So let me I'll save this for now. I'll play around with that later, but I don't know if I can get it down to, was it 50? Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, that number of photos is way too much. because I'm doing more than 1 yard. I'm doing basically, and this goes back with the whole image thing. Right now, the images are at, so for, what do I have? The one image of the area, where of course that's like that. Again, if something, eventually I can start putting 3D objects in play. It's not my priority. I know what you mean. It looks like, oh, okay, well that looks off. That was my concern before too. Because if I was running around, all of a sudden I would have these things that are off, that look off. Like if you see a water tower, for example, if it's right beside the tracks, it looks way off. Unless you happen to have the image like right on that. Now that's one way of compensating it, but you'll never get that sidewall look, as if you were coming along to it and then all of a sudden that closed up as you're going by and the sidewall, the other sidewall appeared, etc. Image quality, I don't think I'm going to get too much better. I'm going to look into this a little bit deeper. Of course, that's not what I wanted to do tonight. It's 11:41. Jesus, Murphy. But I gotta call it quits. I gotta give it up for tonight. But that's too many. It's too many images for what I want to do. What I'm looking at minimum is 100 kilometers in all directions. So we're dealing with. I'd load up Google Earth and show you the grid, but it's and I shouldn't say it's 100 kilometers in all directions. Following the main line, you're talking, because this is going to include the main lines as well. We're talking, I would say, minimum main lines could be about 100 miles. It would eventually increase into some of the spurs and industrial leads and stuff like that. So it could get a lot worse. But yeah. I don't know what the hell's making that noise over there. Oh well, we'll look into that in a bit. Anyways, guys, yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to end it on that note. I'm going to take a look a little deeper. Learn a few things anyways, and that is I may not be able to get the image quality I want. As far as the other stuff, yeah, I kind of knew about that. I don't want to... I've been looking at splitting images for a while, and it's just... So you aren't going to drone photo the whole thing, I guess. No, I am. Yeah. And yeah, no, I know. That's I'm looking at I've already average flight 20 minutes. I'm not looking at doing it like basically for the next little bit. I'm going to encompass about 10 miles. I already got mid-size yards, some industries done. As far as doing the main line itself, it's just going to be one string. It's not going to be anything extravagant. Getting the detail resolution, that was all just knowing how good the image looks compared to what it's going to look like in Unity. And I think there's going to have to be a trade-off at some point, unfortunately. I can get photorealistic to a certain extent, but to get it that close, I don't think Unity's going to do it the way I want it to do it, unfortunately. It's just going to compress it, and there's not much else I can do about it. Unfortunately, because I think, do I still have it open? Let me see. Yeah, see, it's compressing it. It says 1024 by 512. What are those images at? It's at 1024 by 512. Compressed. One second here. Let me just double check that. If that's the resolution I'm getting. I don't know what the hell it compressed it at. Should have left the other thing open. 1024 by 512. It's in my downloads. Okay. Oh, I already moved it over. God dang it. I think it compresses it when it puts it in here too, if I'm not mistaken. 1024 by 412. Yeah, see? So it's actually 1333 by 750. It brought it down to 1024 by 412. Again, the compression's not too bad. 96 dot per inch. What are the other ones at? I'm curious. So if I was to go with the 292 ones, what are they at? They're at 2000 by 1125. That really compressed it. So I'm getting closer. I'll have to take a look at it. I mean, maybe it's a lot closer. Maybe it's a lot better than I think it is. That particular image. No way. I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, no way. I could tell just looking at that. Not a chance. Hang on a second here. Remind you. Go to main camera for a second. Let's put it back up to yeah. You can see the compression just looking at the upper levels. But it looks pretty much the same as the other ones do, so I don't think it's going to matter what I do at this point. It's just going to compress it to a certain level anyways, no matter how much I break it up. So, let me save that. And we'll end that. Which I'll look into, but I don't think I'm going to get too much further with that anyways, and that's okay. I can live with that. Just so I know what the limits, as long as I can try the limit. Yeah, so I know about the drone flying, that's for sure. I don't know why it's compressing, so. I have it set for a higher limit, it just keeps compressing anyways. But I'll look into it a little bit further. Okay, anyways guys, have a good one. We'll talk to you later. See ya.